I um I just wanted to make a maybe a quick long-term review of the Venus Pro, which I have here, and how it performed for me so far. Mm, First of all, I got it about mid last year, and I put about 500 hours or something like that into it in aim trainers mostly. And then after that, I got a glass mouse pad, which I put even more hours into just to get good or to the same level as I got on this. And went through a few other pads, free fall SV pad, which like I kind of like. Then an Anki pad, which I also kind of like, but like for CS2, this is my go-to. And I know many people made bad reviews about the pad, but for some reason on this pad, I really perform the best. Like the Saturn, I don't have the Saturn, but I just judging from the speed of this and it being faster than the Saturn would be definitely too slow for me. Um, what did I do with it? I watched it about 6 times now, and I feel like the speed decreased slightly, so it's got a little bit muddier, and the power on base, as you can see, it does not completely stick. Like it doesn't move at all, but like the corners don't stick as much anymore. And I find for the use and how many times I've watched this now, I think it's acceptable. Like it's still a good pad, and I think it has really high quality. So the one thing you need to notice is this is like a soft, thick soft type of pad. It if you push into it, it will the mouse feet will definitely sink into it up until the base. I'm using the Obsidian donuts, and if you like push down, like it's over exaggerated, but you can see like the whole mouse kind of tilts a little, and you can push down like with your knuckles, and then you basically now you're on the base plate, which is an issue I try to fix with the glass pad. That's one of the reasons I bought it, and because I had two cats, and cat hair was like the bane of my existence last year. So that's also the reason why I wash it so often. I just can't see hair on my pad. It gives me the shivers. So I thought I do some I play some aim labs and just talk a little bit about how it's been for me with this pad. The speed of it is for me just exactly right, so I get stopping power, but I don't necessarily get the static friction that makes me not want to move my mouse that much. Like it doesn't limit me in a way. I know some higher and much like as you can see here, I'm not the best player at all, but some better aim trainer players, um, they complain that it's probably not fast enough, and it's not a Heian clone. The texture is different. It's way smoother from what I can gather, and I kind of like it. Like I don't want this super rough texture. It just grabs my sleeve. Like I have just a cheap sleeve here. It's just something to keep me from sticking to the pad when I start sweating. And this costs like, I don't know. This sleeve costs like less than 30 cents. 15 pesos to be exact. So I have more expensive sleeves, but they're in the laundry right now, and honestly, the cheaper sleeves do the trick for me. I don't need it for the glide. I just need it to not stick. That's all I need. So what I enjoy is like you can see I can get rather fast flicks, but I can also stop on very nicely on it. So the dynamic friction is um about on the faster end of a fast hybrid pad is what I would say. It's just not really a speed pad, or it would be like it would be kind of a slow speed pad, I guess. This is nowhere near Raiden territory, or near a glass pad even. Like it's way slower. I can show you the. See, it's very similar to the other pad I reviewed, this Ananki pad from Gozo Gaming Gear. But for some reason in CS2 I can't hit shit with this Gozo Gaming Gear pad. In the aim trainer it's different. In the aim trainer the Ananki pad is fun. In game in CS2, not so much fun. Like I got called a noob, my aim is crap, blah blah blah, and for one reason, I just changed the pad and then I used it like 1 or 2 days, and then I was like, yeah, maybe that's not it. I don't want to be called a noob the whole time, and then I stopped. Probably I could get good on this Ananki pad. Actually, I'm pretty sure I can. It's just like this is more effortless from the start than 90% of the pads I have, cloth pads. Um, and thus, I think this is actually a pretty decent pad for tech shooters. If you don't want this high dynamic friction and high static friction that you get on the Saturn, because the Saturn is way more controlled. Um, I think this is something you can definitely recommend to people without having a bad conscience. I actually did, but there's so many reviews that say this pad isn't good. Mm, who said that? For example, Visco said that. Uh, like in the I read it somewhere in the VT peripherals file. I think mm, quite a few said like this isn't it, but you also need to know where they're coming from. Visco's playing uh on 35 centimeter per 360, which is for CS is rather fast. I'm not exactly sure about her CS in-game sensitivity, but like I would say it's probably faster than most of the other players. And I think this pad got a lot of hate. Bortzy, for example, doesn't like it. Um, I think it's not justified, judging from the performance and the just the effortless adaptation to it. I think this pad is actually great. So, who said it was bad? Stubby said that it wasn't great. Stubby said that, but he also likes the free fall, and I hate the free fall. Like, not exactly hate, but like I don't get the point. My brain can't wrap itself around the fact that I have a hard pad with a cloth surface. Like, why not go glass then? Like, glass for me is easier to control than a cloth. Especially after I put so many hours into the glass pad, and I really trained hard actually to get used to a glass pad. Now coming back, this feels even better now because like my technique improved drastically in terms of tracking, in terms of flicking. You may not see this while I'm playing here, but it's actually a great training tool. I'm not very good at playing these scenarios and then talking at the same time. That's my problem. But I don't want to just hold a pad in the camera and then say, look, this is what it is. Because you don't see it perform. Like, maybe you don't see it perform now because I'm so bad and I make it look bad. That may be a hitting point. I should have like pre-recorded the sessions and then use uh, only my high scores to show how great this pad is. I mean, we can do that, but I find it also boring. Like, people make mistakes. I think that is something, especially Face It level 5 players need to get used to. People are, first of all, we're not getting paid for shit. Second of all, is at that level, you just make mistakes. Doesn't even matter what pad, what mouse, what skates, what PC. You're just not good. And nowhere near professional level because let's face it, I'm not gonna beat Viscos in any of the aim training scenarios. Ever. Or Mati. Or no matter how long you aim train. I think we can agree on that. But the thing is, with the peripherals, it's also where do you get the most joy out of it? Like what is actually fun to use? And I think this pad is fun to use and it lasts a long time. So like here it costs like 3,000 pesos. That's like $60+ something. Um, I think it was well worth the money, honestly. Like the amount of time I put into this and how much fun I had with this, I would say this was uh, definitely. Oh, I need to click here. Definitely worth the money. And if I'm if I don't have to focus on talking all the time, it's actually pretty effortless um, to aim at something to get this fast flick and then confirm it really quick and then delete it. And I think that is really joyful. Like I'm faster adjusting on this pad than on a quote unquote control pad without being like so fast like glass where you actually have to put a bit of mental effort into it. This doesn't require that thing for me, and that's why it's so fun. And other people seem to have different preferences in terms of speed, which is great because then we get more pads and more variety. But saying this is not a good pad, I tend to disagree. And like I'm talking here and I'm only 6K, but like you also need to know this is 42,000 players playing, and I'm like not really focusing on it. So what else is there to say? I would say if you find a pet that matches the speed and the stopping power you need, you should main the shit out of that pet. It doesn't even matter if it's from whoever made it. Like it could be an OEM pad, it could be an artisan, could be any type of softness, because people are trying to shield this and that gives more consistency, but people are different, and I think I noticed that now because I tried glass, I tried X-soft, I tried medium, I tried hard cloth. Now I tried a fast pad, a slow pad, and I think the what I'm trying to say is like you need to find the pad that has that amount of friction and speed um, that you need personally. It I would probably suck if I get a Raiden or something like, or a Shidenkai, and I would enjoy it though. Like I would absolutely love to play on them, but at first, like with the other pad, I used maybe 2 days now, and then I was like, people are hating too much on me for my skill. Before I could actually develop any skill on it, um, yeah, I think you need to stick to what you like, and you need to actually try enough pads to find that pad that you like. And for me, my number one pad right now, after all of these pads, is still this one. And I don't think I can actually anything actually came close except for the super glide because I really like that for trekking. So take that with a grain of salt, and I'm out.